Hi everyone, this is Natasha, and I have a hopefully quick and simple tutorial for you on how to use German glass glitter. And the ones that I'm using are from Wild Orchid Crafts, and they come in two different grits. The 100 grit, which is finer. You'll see the specks of glass are fine. And the 80 grit, which is coarser. And this is actual ground glass. So there's a couple of precautions you'll want to take. If you have any sensitivity or if you don't want to scratch yourself, you can certainly use protective gloves. I believe that they're available at drugstores. I think they're purple, and if I think of the name of what they're called, there's a specific, oh sorry, let me kicking my camera. There's a specific term that they're called, and I'll include that in the description. And I have several colors available for me to play with. This is the blue. Just see, hopefully it'll focus. And I'm trying to use as much natural light as possible. So that's blue, and that's the 100 grit. This is the Kelly green, excuse me, and this is a beautiful color. This is a turquoise, which I will show you in a minute. Silver. There we go, silver. And it's 30 grams to a container. Packaging is really cute too. This is 80 grit in the lilac purple. Again, one of my favorites. This one is 100 grit in the red. 100 grit in the fuchsia. And there is a difference between the fuchsia and the purple. Fuchsia has more of a pinky red tone than the purple. And then last but not least in my arsenal is the 80 grit black. It looks like black diamonds. So the recommendation is, when using German glass glitter, because it's actual ground colored glass, to either paint your base the same color or as close a color as possible, or use that color paper or chipboard. For this example, which is the Tim Holtz, let me turn the light on so you can see just how brilliant that is. And this is glass. These are little shards of glass. So this is not recommended to be put on projects that children would touch. Do you see how much light shines off of the surface of the glass? So for this, I used a medium size or medium weight or lightweight black chipboard. So if there are any gaps, which there are if you see closer, ever so slightly, the black fades and it doesn't pop up. Look at how glittery that is. And the best way to adhere the German glass glitter is with simple Elmer's glue. Couldn't be any easier. It's washable, and once you put it on, you spread it with a brush. So what I'm going to show you is, this was regular medium weight chipboard. I've painted it with the metallic sequin black folk art paint. Sorry, it's got a shiny label. And I've let it dry, and now I'm going to add the glue. Before I do that, I'm going to prep my glitter. The glitter comes in these little jars. The best way to apply the glitter itself once you have the glue spread on your project is not by sprinkling it on, but by placing it into a flat container. And I just have a paper bowl, which I can then tilt the lip to go back into the jar. And I'm just going to shake it so it's even. Then I'm going to turn my project upside down and tap it into the glass. So I'm going to move this aside for a sec, and I'm going to put on the glue. And again, it's just Elmer's all-purpose glue. Make sure it's the kind that dries clear. And this one does. I don't even know how long I've had this. I think I've had this forever. Just kids glue. And I'm going to squeeze out a generous amount and then spread it with my brush. And because I want a nice coat, I'm just going to spread the glue almost as though I'm going to make it go off the surface of the die cut that I'm using. And because it's chipboard, I could still hold on to the side. Oh, there's a little chunk of something. So I'm going to spread it pretty evenly, make sure that there's coverage everywhere. Oh, I'm so sorry. Was that off frame? Nice, healthy layer. Make sure I get all the edges. I'm going to grab the little snotty thing that was on there. Put in my paper towel off camera so I can use that brush in a minute if I want to do any others. Bring my bowl back. Actually, I want to add just a tiny little bit. I want to make sure that the entire bottom of the bowl, or you can use a paper plate, has coverage. I'm not going to waste it because I can put it back into the jar. I just want to cap it so I don't waste it in case it spills. Then I'm going to turn my glue covered. I'm going to press it down. You see there's some surfaces that you could see the glue. Just going to keep reposition and press down again. And because we have a black base to match the black glitter, once it dries, once the glue dries clear, even if there are any little bare spots in between the glitter, they will be covered. So I'm going to set this aside to dry. And to prevent the glitter from coming loose once your project has dried, you could spray it with a fixative. You can pick up fixative in the fine art supply section of crafting stores, or you could apply whatever dries clearly, like I think Glossy Accents dries clearly, but I don't know if you would want to waste quite that much of it. What I'm going to try is triple thick over this, but I think this has just a little bit more drying time, so I'm just going to set it off to the side. And then let me show you different colors of paper that I've cut out. So it's a little fish from my Sizzix Fish number 2 die, Sizzlet. And I'm going to grab this one and put on this turquoise glitter. So let me get my bowl. And what I meant about the pinching aside, because it's a paper bowl, I'm just going to pinch it that way. And hopefully it'll all go into, you know what, I might have to do that off camera. So I am
put the rest of that into my garbage can because I don't want to transfer the glitter. And be careful when you wipe your desk because there may be some sharp edges. So now I'm just going to put some of the turquoise. It's beautiful. It's such a beautiful color. And this is finer grit. It's the 100. So there you see. And then I'm going to set that off to the side and add some of that glue. So I think I'm only going to add it to the tail and to the top and bottom of the fish. And I might not even need the brush.
So that'll go pretty quickly. And because this is just cardstock, you might want to double things up. Actually, I think I might have applied just a little too much glue here, so I'm going to pull some of it off. I'm just wiping my brush off screen. You want to have a healthy amount, but not so much that it takes a long time, a really long time to dry. I would definitely double this up because it's a little bit on the thinner side, but should be interesting. Alright, so now I'm going to take my glitter and gently press into it where I have the glue. And lift it up to see if, see? I know he's missing an eye, but the eye's off to the side. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to let these dry, and then I will be back to show you what they look like all set up, and one of them, whichever one is dry first, probably this one, I will cover with triple thick to show you what that looks like, so it prevents from falling off once you've had it added. So I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm back, and this is the triple thick that I was mentioning that I'm going to cover because I don't have any spray fixative. Let's see if I could focus. There you go. It's diamond non-yellowing clear finish, and the primary difference between triple thick and glossy accents is triple thick will continue to be pliable and will not crack like glossy accents does once it's set up. And it's in a big tub, or I have it in the 8-ounce tub that I just brush on. And it's kind of this viscous thick, so you apply it with a brush. So I have already applied with a brush over the glitter on 2 of the pieces, or 3 of the pieces actually. On this one, as you can see, it's already setting up. See where it looks a little murky? That's still not quite dry. But then the other pieces right here are drying. So what it's going to do, so I'm going to show you on these 2 colored ones, it's going to create kind of a stained glass effect. So it's going to protect the glitter from being scraped off because it is real glass, but it will create kind of a stained glass effect. It'll be shiny and protective. The German glass glitter comes in 20 different colors in 2 different grits, the 100 and the 80. The 100 is the finer grit, smaller pieces, less sharp to the touch, and the 80 grit are larger pieces, and therefore will be just a little sharper, or the possibility of being sharper. So that's kind of the basics of the German glass glitter. The German glass glitter can be applied pretty much everywhere you would apply regular glitter. It has really great light reflection. As you could see, just make sure it's in, there you go. And this is without anything covering it, and this one is with the triple thick over it. And again, it's this piece that's dry here. Triple thick dries completely in 24 hours, so I don't want to touch it. If you ever get bubbles in it, just poke it with a pin, and it's self-leveling, so as long as you cover it and put it in a flat level surface, it will set up level, so it'll be even across. And I really do enjoy working with it. You just have to be a little cautious and definitely not let children work with German glass glitter because it is actual glass shards. But because of that, it does capture the light incredibly well, much more so than artificial glitter can. So if you have any questions for me, please leave me a comment. Otherwise, I will include a link to the Wilder Crafts shop so you can check out the color options of the glitter for yourself. Thanks for watching, everyone.